Wow. Okay. So I've just been talking blankly into my microphone for the last 5 minutes. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Benjamin. Welcome in, Oliver. John, welcome in as well. Congratulations on being done with your finals. That's great. Todd, welcome in. Benjamin, the satyr sounds really cool. I like the lean-in monk. I was saying I really like throwing daggers and shurikens. I've never used darts. I should really look into that, though. Those both sound like really fun characters. Leopard Bunny, hello, hello. We're going to start with a rugby. Sounds like Druid won't be able to join us. So it is just going to be me today. Let's see what we can do. That's fine. Oh, Druid. Has some nice time off. I'm in a doctor's waiting room. Oh no. I hope you're feeling alright. I once sat in a waiting room for an hour because the lady kept telling me, she's like, no, you should be next. You'll be next. It'll be fine. And then eventually she came out and she's like, why are you still here? I'm like, I'm still waiting to get my my shot. And she was like, what? And so she went back and talked to somebody and she came out and looked at the chart. I'm pretty sure they accidentally gave my what is it? Booster shot, whatever it is. They gave it to the other guy in the room, who they thought was me, and that's really funny. He seemed very confused. It's messing with Hero Forge. Saw a new Executioner's mask and immediately used it to make a Mexican wrestler. Nice. Luchadors are fun. How are you, Rook? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good today. Got some random work done yesterday. Got a commission mostly done. Commissions are open, by the way, if you would like. We have some new stickers on the way for Patreon members. I think I want to try to sell those in the Discord as well, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I had them up on a website for a little while, just so people could order them, but nobody ordered them, so we'll figure that out. So if people are interested in stickers, let me know your favorite means of ordering stickers. I might just have to reset up a small website for it. But yeah, just hanging out, trying to figure out how everything is. Got a perfect home view for Math Champion Barbarian. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. I try to get the stickers out to all the Patreon members every other month. But the last few months have been really weird. Partially because I haven't got to make any videos. We have the Garan video, or the Conrasi video, I think, was the last one. The next one is in the works, but it's still out a little ways. So we got the Broopy on the way. I want to try to make stickers for the Moogle as well. But I might do like a weekly, like, this stickers for sale this week, and just let people grab them like that. I'm not sure how much I would charge though. I think it'd have to be like at least, like, for me, the cost of them is like $2 to make and ship. So I'd have to charge more than that, but I'm not sure how much I would. But then tomorrow I'll finish exams. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you like the Bloopy token. I want to put that in my game somewhere just to throw people off. The Bloopies in Breath of the Wild are like really silly because they're just little bunnies that are full of money. But the more I look at them, the more I love their design. Like little tiny plant owl rabbits. Been drawing so much character art that I forgot how much I like just painting animals and stuff, so I might do that a little more. Ninja rogue with Spider-Man vibes. We actually have drawn 2 of those now. The Oni mask is cool. I like the Oni mask idea. That's fun. But yeah, last Wednesday and last Friday we drew Spider-Man rogues, which I'm down for. I've actually played one. I made a ninja in Pathfinder first edition. Named her Mayday. Just had her have spider climb. It was pretty fun. Or like the bird on your socials. Yeah, thank you. So Zuko? I forgot what I did this week. I remember seeing your name, so I know it's on there. Something with a mohawk, maybe? I don't remember. I should, at some point, figure out a way to have just a public list that people can add to instead of making me have to do it, but I'm not sure how to do that. I don't really want to just open up like a spreadsheet that people can futz with. That is rife with abuse. I'm not for that. Atla. We'll have to list it, but okay. Gotcha. Game Jam is coming up. I keep wanting to work on my video game. I might just do that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm in a strange transition place right now. I need to work on videos. That's really what I need to do. There's a poll suggest. I think it's a different website. Poll suggest, huh? Mosquito bites are no fun. So many things I want to work on. That's a problem. I have a plethora of options. I was working on the coloring book for a little while, but there's just no one seemed to be interested in it, so I kind of stopped working on it. I'm not sure if people want coloring pages still or not. I was hoping people would color them, but getting a graphics card, oof. That's a pricey thing to do. It's even cheaper than it was, but still. Yeah. I do not envy your new graphics card. Limaku, hello, welcome in. Yeah, people are allowed to not be around, it's fine. I'm not gonna be upset people are gone. Take care of yourself first. D&D party second, maybe third. Family, food. It's health, probably health, family, food, D&D. That's a good list. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I had to buy one during all that, and it took me like a few weeks of digging to actually find one, so that was not fun. Guide Steve, hello, hello, welcome in. It has been a while. This is a very, very bland rugby, but I like it. I feel like it's a rugby with a bloopy on its head. There we go. All right, I think that's pretty good. For those of you just jumping in, as a reminder as well, how this works is if you have a D&D character you'd like to suggest, you're welcome to suggest it. I put it on a list. We're going to roll some dice to see which ones we're going to draw, and then we're going to draw them. That's it. That's how it goes. So I'm Rookzer0. Let's get going. We're 25. Pretty good. Take a roll a d20 and a d6. And we got a 22. A Venus flytrap woman that is a ranger. All right. I like that. For some reason, I'm thinking of I'm just going to draw a Garan, by the way. I think that's a pretty good way to start there. A Garan or a Leshy. Really want to draw the Huntress from Adventure Time, though. Haven't got any non-sub MMOs they like? No. I've constantly found that most MMOs that are not paid are too transaction locked for me. Just so much garbage in them. For Torque. I don't know what Torque is. Kind of been in a weird headspace for a bit. I can get behind that. It's been a weird couple of months for me. For a lot of people, I would assume. I'm not liking that. I have Guild Wars, and I can't find any others I like. Is Guild Wars free to play now? I like your sci-fi characters, and they are from a specific setting, or are they original? Most of them are original. I take a lot of influence from Destiny and Navarro, is that his name? One of the lead designers from Sony, concept designers at Sony. I love his artwork. So his stuff, and oddly enough, like my style is pretty close to Warframe, inadvertently, because I played Warframe for like 20 minutes once, but like I love the art style from that. So I get a lot of inspiration from Warframe and Destiny and stuff, but I don't play them. So yeah, I think those are probably my two biggest inspirations for the moment. Yeah. Armor Core. got free to play, and yet it also got no subscription. That's the what? What? Do you mean it has like a microtransaction store that is, or? I don't know why I gave her big ears. Probably just gonna force of habit. So Venus flytraps don't have petals, and Garans use petals to make their faces. So I think I'm just gonna cover it in the spines. Maybe no face. That could be interesting. We have a cash shop. Gotcha. Nope, Legend, you just made it. You're good. Oh, you suggested the Venus flytrap? That's cool. The dice gods demand it. Yeah, Bionic, the whole argument about gambling and loot boxes is weird. Gambling with in-game currency. I think it's derived from, if I remember right, the argument is derived from if you can only get something from a loot box that requires real money, then it's gambling. So like essentially the loot boxes aren't gambling because you can get everything in game with currency, or like with in-game currency, or just by playing the game. And so what you're paying for is basically like circumventing the game, and that is somehow legal. Like they think that's fine. But if you can only get something from a cash-based option and it's a gambling thing, you can't do that, which is why Overwatch got into trouble as well. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's why. Anyone have experience running or playing a nautical D&D game? I was a pirate for a while. That was kind of fun. We hired a crew though, so like our characters weren't super required to do a lot of things. Most of the time it was kind of the new not Starfinder, what's the other one? Space one. Well, basically the spaceship just gets you from place to place. It's not actually like ship-to-ship combat. Been mulling over the idea of undersea campaigns. Could be fun in my opinion. Yeah, that could be good. Halo Mythic? No, I don't know what Halo Mythic is. I beat most of the Halo games on the legendary setting. Is that what you mean? Or is Halo Mythic a game? Is that one of those weird, like, mobile games that they just skin to look like Halo? The D100 Halo themed tabletop RPG. Nice, that's cool. Very cool. I like this concept, but I'm not happy with what I'm producing. I think I need to change something up a little bit. Might go a little more flower. Maybe a little more vines? Maybe a little more vines would help. The idea that it's just like constantly opening. You seen James Gunn is hired to be the new Superman? Oh, seen who James Gunn? I haven't. I don't know who David Cornsweet is. I'm really bad about like pop culture in that aspect. I don't know a lot of actors and actors. Oliver, no, I'm not related to anybody. You're drawing Sylvan from Guild Wars, which is fitting for their prompt. Yeah, or Sylvari, whatever they're called, the plant people. I do love me some plant people. Regardless of their game origination. This is like a very, very messy, very messy sketch, so. Apparently we're still warming up. But that's okay. I assume they'll get cleaner and cleaner as we go. If they're the expanse ships I'll be running in the game, I'm wondering if it's the best idea to have them a ship to start. Have them start as crewmen. It could be. I think it would be smart to have them start as crewmen, so they can kind of get an idea of like basically the mechanics you want to run for ship to ship, and like, and then if they want to control the ship more, then that's when you like kill off the captain or have them find a ship or something. But it's a good introduction to just let them kind of only be in charge of one thing, and you get to make the decisions for what the ship is doing. We're going this way, and then the players just have to kind of learn what they're doing and figure out the world. Because it is different than a normal campaign. If you just like, okay, where are we flying the ship? And then that can be a little overbearing for some players. But some people might want that, so I would definitely start them as crewmen. And then let the questing and exploration of the world maybe give them a ship later they can control. Someday I did something very proud of that made my players creeped out with a horror element. That's funny. They were still having fun, though. They were very uncomfortable with the monster. Well, as long as everybody's having fun, that's good. Thorns for days. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call this one because I'm gonna keep, like, the only way for me to really define it any more than this, I think, is just gonna be to spend like a lot of time like really adding lots of little detail, and like I can't do that if I spend all day on that. So I think we're gonna call this one here. Cool idea though. Spiny, chompy bit everywhere. She's got some open teeth up here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, what's the next one? Horror's hard to pull off in combat heavy games. Yeah, because essentially everybody always feels like they can just fight whatever you're throwing at them, right? A 9. Aarakocra Divinity Wizard with a real fancy boy flair. With a real fancy boy flair. All right. What color are we doing? Blue. Blue. Rook is drawing a humanoid plant? Yeah. I like to draw the Garan as the Garan. Much into a future commission. That would be cool. I really do like drawing them. They do take some time, but I really like it. Consider letting players decide with what they choose instead of harsh push over 1 or 2 reasons. There's my mutiny of bad cat. Wreck ship, save another, maybe enjoy being crew. Yeah, I mean, like, and I think a mutiny should only happen if that is your intent. Like, if the players are pushing back super hard on a captain, it's because you're either giving them the story they don't want to tell, or they're just kind of being trolls. So what I tend to do is I basically set them up like, okay, you're going to be crew members on the ship. What jobs do you want? And then that, if someone wants to be more of like, oh, I want to be the captain. It's like, okay, well then they might need that, right? They might want to be in control of the ship. But I think a lot of people will choose things like silly things like being a cook, or like I want to be in charge of the cannons. Like, and you can even give them options with that. Like, here's all the people you can be. You can be the bowsman or the first mate, because that way they have a say in what the captain's doing. But the captain is the one giving them quests, right? They're not having to wildly choose, which I think can be really, really a nice introduction to it. And then, like I said, that way if like the captain leaves or dies or something happens, maybe the crew mutinies, right? And then they have to decide if they want to join the mutiny or save the captain. Like, those are all great story hooks for a nautical campaign. CR doesn't matter. Not everything in your is in your pay grade, but the players also don't fight everything. Okay. Oliver, yeah, it is. It is. Sorry, no sound on public transit. Oh, gotcha. Use the grave mind as a reference for humanoid plants. See, I mean, the grave mind isn't humanoid at all, though. False front. Cooks are super important. Yeah. Yeah, the grave mind is just a big talking plant, essentially, like Seymour from or whatever the hell the plant's name was. Feed me, Seymour. Fancy Lad Aarakocra. Here we go. The plant aspect of it. So you want a humanoid grave mind? I know of Ben 10, and I don't know anything about the show. I have like a basic understanding of it, but I don't know any of the characters. I know he can turn into a really, really small dude and a rock monster. And there might be one that is on fire with roller skates. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. So you could do the Corvid Aarakocra, or you could do a Tengu, and I really like the Tengu because they're a little more interesting to me. The Aarakocra have always been kind of it's a bird person, whereas the Tengu or the Kenku, depending, are cursed bird people, which I think is really cool. Poison Ivy from Batman, hell yeah. But I've also had people do the like the crow or raven Aarakocra, which is a really cool design. One of them has wheel feet. Okay. Was this bird's class Fancy Lad? Trying to... I don't think it had a class. So I might make it like an Eldritch Fancy Lad bird. I never know how to draw suits. Hold on. Let me get a tuxedo picture. Actually, I can just go right here, can't I? A tuxedo. I think you would be surprised how why can't I? Okay, cool. Nope, let's do that. Great. Thanks. What's happening here? There we go. Okay. Okay. Apparently this should have been higher. There we go. Tengu aren't cursed in Pathfinder. Are they not? I think they are. I think the origin of the Tengu in Pathfinder work. Oh, because you're right. They don't have the mimic thing, do they? Or do they? Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to look it up, Corvus. It's been a while. I'll go watch my own video. Then again, me from 2 years ago, I could be totally wrong. Who knows? Yep, the owlin are pretty neat. I like the owlin as the small ones, but I also like having just like full-sized owls for Aarakocra. That's very much from Magic the Gathering, which is pretty awesome. Like, I love the artwork from there. I don't know someone. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's right. The Pathfinder Tengu have bonus languages because that's their thing. Like, they have perfect mimicry, which is kind of neat. But they are not cursed, so that's okay. I don't know if I played Fallout 4. I think I played Fallout 3. Which one was before New Vegas? Maybe I played New Vegas. Man, it's been a long time. Just wingless bird people. I'm a big fan of the Strix in Pathfinder. Had a few friends play Tengu, sorry, and Jump Rope likes to play the Strix, so that's my introduction to flying races in Pathfinder, and I really enjoyed it. A lot of fun. Fallout 3 was before New Vegas. Okay, cool. So I think I played Fallout 3. I think that was the last Fallout game I played. Back when I tried to own all the consoles, which was much easier when I worked at the game store. Now I just play everything on the PC because it's easier. I think the only console I have right now is a Switch. Switch and like a PS3. Alright, there's my parakeet Aarakocra. He's a fancy lad. He's got his little hair pulled back. He's got a little floating hat, because I thought that would be funny. List all the reasons the game was bad, but I wouldn't be here all day. I don't want to start being super negative. I appreciate that. Yeah. Generally, if you're not a fan of something, I'm totally fine with people being like, yeah, not a fan of it. But don't need to go into it unless people like to have that discussion, which another time. Let's keep the stream chill today. Beep beep. Squawk. How do you spell squawk? Wah. Boone has good lots of character. U. It has a U in it. Thank you. And a Q. I like it. I like it. All right. Moving on. We're down to 23. How many of these we get done today? 18. A priest, gremlin, sorcerer. Okay. Purple. Gremlin, so a VTuber? Ooh, I don't get that. Are there lots of gremlin VTubers? Or is that a specific purpose? Sorry, pull. Blue? Color? Question mark? Red? Does anyone have weekend plans? Not literal gremlins, they just behave like them. Oh, okay. Gotta remember what gremlins look like. Basically rugbies. They're just little rugbies. Except with short legs. Short teddy bear rugbies. It's a goblin VTuber, but I don't know her name. I don't know if I've watched any VTubers. I think I know any of them. There's like 2 or 3 that are like super popular that I know of but don't know their names. I guess I'm kind of a VTuber because I use my mask in the videos instead of a grand plant kineticist. I can add that to the list. Oh, homework sounds fun. It's on the list. KDD makes a good goblin. She's not a VTuber though. She's more of a cosplayer, I think. Right? Is she VTube? I don't ever watch VTube streams, just clips of certain YouTube videos. Enough time for that, unfortunately. Yeah, like I'm pretty bad about watching other like vloggers or podcasts. I'm usually either doing them myself or drawing or something or working on other projects. Which is sad because like there's a lot of good stuff out there. Okay. How do we make this little dude look like a sorcerer? How do we make him look like a sorcerer? He's a bloodline feat, right? I guess, is a gremlin the bloodline? Or should we make it like a dragon? If any celebratory customs? Vegetative states. That's mine. Whenever I finally have some time off to do something, I take like a day and just do nothing. That's amazing. Pointy hat? Oh, I like the pointy hat. But sorcerers don't need spell books. I do like the pointy hats, though. That was always the funny thing about the Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's like, I don't know if he's a sorcerer. I think he's a wizard. I think he should be the Wizard's Apprentice. You just celebrate birthdays, for example. I personally, not a lot. Not a lot. Bake a cake. That's about all I do. Gremlins are Fae. That's true. So if we do a Fae background. He stole the hat. To be fair, sorcerers and wizards technically mean the same thing. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. They're only different because mechanically it's required to have a separation of classes. So. Would the pointy hat be a wizard hat or a dunce cap, though? Well, I mean, there's a difference. There's a difference. Is the dunce cap there just to, like, make fun of wizards? Go sit in the corner, you fucking nerd. One day the wizards will rise up. Well, I just saw a little heart. What was that? Is that a thing that can happen now? There's so much new stuff on YouTube that I'm not keeping track of. Apparently you can gift subs. Apparently you can float little hearts. I tried to look up Streamlabs. I think it's Streamlabs. And it kept breaking. So one day we'll figure that out. Oh yeah. What's happening? Could be holding a floating sorcerer's stone. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Maybe we'll give him like an Ioun stone. Ioun stones need to be in more games. They made a lot of sense in Pathfinder because they're essentially just stat padding. Like, that's what their intent is for. I see all the little hearts and I'm not sure what or how that's happening. But it's kind of neat. So thank you. Old man discovers the internet. That's what I should change the name of the stream to. He needs a wand. We're gonna give him a wand. Would a gremlin using a wand wield it like a staff? These are the questions of our time. The emote bar. So if can I make little rugbies pop up? No. Hey, there's pride stickers. Unicorn. You love me a unicorn. I could do without the internet, being honest. I'm a hermit, live in the woods. I mean, that's an option. You could always do that. I've thought about that many a time. I like the internet though, so I could do without some of the people on the internet, but I like the internet. Every now and again, our internet will die for like a day or two, and it's just like, dang it, now I have to read. That's not what I want. I still really like the gremlins as a monster and or playable race. I think the aura of unluckiness is probably one of my favorite things. Hold it above like a Tusken Raider. I think it's for people watching only. Ioun Stones, the slotless magical awesomeness that was a floating rock ordered in the player and a big giant head. Yep, love it. Gremlins! Brian, welcome in. We're trying to figure out what would make this gremlin more sorcery. Partially because I feel like all gremlins should be naked, but maybe not. Maybe they need clothes. Robes? We could do robes. A Barbie Wild Magic car? Wait, what? Oh, like they're driving around in the little car. Okay, I gotcha. Gemstone pendant. Ooh, yeah, okay. I feel like sorcerers, because they are just inherently magical, would have an affinity for magical objects, which, like, I like the meta magic concept. I really wish there was more expounding, more exploration of the meta magic. Because you can get, maybe it's just my like game design brain picking at that. Like, there's so many things you can do. So many things. I love it. That makes so many meta magic items. I did a secret stream on Monday for the Discord members, and it worked out okay. I think we had like 20-30 viewers, but I didn't list it, like, so it wasn't on YouTube. So if you want to catch those streams, make sure you're a Discord member. There's a link down below. I think I also posted it for YouTube members. I might have to double check that, but if not, I will post it tonight for the YouTube members so people can watch that if they want. But I would love magic items that like require levels. Sorry, not levels. I mean, yeah, that's the way to say it, but like requires certain class-specific things. They kind of have that with the Pearls of Power. Like, you have to have spell slots. It's like, okay, so that's some things, but it'd be really cool to have like cantrip amplifying objects, or meta magic enhancing things for sorcerers. Fighter-based swords. That could be really cool. I like those kind of things. They're kind of like legendary items. And some of them exist, but I think 5e really tries to like not complicate the game that way with specific items. And I really like that aspect of things. I think that's a lot of fun. I realize now I think I've made this skip cat. I've made a skip cat gremlin. Oh well. He's so grumpy. He's so grumpy. I do like the idea that if you have a wand as a gremlin, that it's basically a rod or a staff. Random loot tables and class-specific magic items don't mix well. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. And that's like I said, that's a 5e. Like having to have a loot table for each class is not a good thing. That's essentially how like Diablo works, right? Like things drop for your class 90% of the time, and then there's an off chance that you'll get an item that's not for your class. And that works great for computer games because it's just lists, whatever. Make the computer do it, right? You gotta remember the gremlin have little feet. Wait. They don't have whiskers, do they? I don't think they do. Gremlins are like pug goblins with slightly more magic. And I think that's really funny. Maybe goblins are pug gremlins. Maybe they have it the other way around. Needs a magical ring. Going with the more magical items concept. Bugbears are the best goblins. I mean, I don't know. They're a goblin. I'll draw the Barbie dream car on the back. Alright, we're done. Alright, let's get to the next one. 6. Shard Mind Bartender Bard. Adept at making music with bottles and glasses of all shapes and sizes. Shard Mind. Ooh, do Shard Minds have lips, though? How would you do that? Do they just make the glass vibrate, I guess? That's an interesting concept. Cancel. What did we get for the thing? Color. Nice. Okay. And pull. What do you, so if you had to be one D&D race in real life besides human and you treated the same no matter what option you chose. What race would you choose? I don't understand the question. You're treated the same like that as you are right now, or the same as they would be in the book? I like the idea, much like the elves, goblins have environmental specific variations. I like that too. I think that's really fun. Because, yeah, I don't know. I think I'd be able to, like... Elves are pretty sweet. Am I wrong in thinking that the shard mind is the weird crystalline people? I hope that's correct. Gold dragon. That's fun. You want the innate spells. That's a good choice. Yeah, so if you're an elf or a demon, you get treated the same. Like, same as what? Like, as an outcast? As a weird, like... People do look at you funny, but look just as funny no matter what race you choose. I see. So, regardless of what you pick, people are going to treat you different because you're not human, not specifically because you are a dragon. Because that actually doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because I think people would treat, you know, an elf different than they would a dragon. Fire genasi would be pretty interesting. Trying to look up the shard mind here. Man, for it, you had some cool art. They had some cool art. Love the fantasy of hidden or uncontrolled power. Alright, this person is a bard. Maybe I'll just have them holding a jar or a wine glass. That could be interesting. I need more bard poses in my head. Just don't have many. I've got like dude playing a lute, and then I got belly dancer. Those are the two bard shapes. Those are the only two you need, yeah. Shardmind are interesting. I'm sad they didn't come back. 5th edition. But they are a little complicated too, so. And, you know, rife with shattering shenanigans. I'm a psychic rock monster. Oh, the goblin cast shatter. Goblins just blunt weapons, you die. Parkour bard would be pretty funny. Roll performance. I never thought about that. Freestyle walking bard. Ooh, I'm struggling today. I'm struggling. It's not even a straight line. What have I done? What have I done? Brandon, hello, hello. By logic, Warforged should take extra damage from Shatter. Yeah, maybe. They have the wood, though. Like, they have the living wood. It's really, like, I think the big problem is that, yes, I think you're correct. But really what Shatter should do is, like, damage things that have hardness. And the Warforged don't have hardness anymore. And the topic of medieval Europe, interesting. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess yes and no. I don't give a crap about kings. But I like medieval aesthetics. Like knight's armor, tabards, things like that. Fantasy. I'm interested in. History? Not really. Shatters for like glass and crystalline specifically. It's definitely too specific to complicate it for 5e, so it only shows up in early editions. Yeah. Yeah, because I think the way it worked is certain creatures had crystalline or glass statuses. Because there were also like you could have a glass or a fragile object. Depending on the material composition. And 5e doesn't do a lot of different material composition things. But I think it also works on non-magical metals. So Warforged, I think once again, like don't really fit that description. Speaking of Europe, why is Eastern mythology and culture allowed like samurai allowed in fantasy, but guns generally aren't? Yeah, are they not? I think the thing people get upset about in that is one, time framing, right? Because like, sure, you could have a cowboy fighting a mummy, that's fine, or a samurai. But like, what level of firearm technology do you want in your game? Because if you just want like a musket or like a paper rocket or a cannon, like cannons exist. So anytime you have in your fantasy, if they're not using ballistas and they have cannons, you're like, I should be able to have a musket. That's the argument I would make. But a musket does not an advanced firearm make. Because people think like machine guns. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like people want modern firearms in a fantasy setting. That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm really struggling today. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. Magic powered siege engines? Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't do that. I mean, essentially, if you're like, why not have magic powered guns? Because you can make a gun out of a wand. Like, that's it. I would like to project this small piece of metal over there. Can you build me the mechanics? Like, I can give you this that shoots lightning bolts. Like, seems superfluous. Can't say it's common. Yeah, I think it really is just a level of expectations in the game. I think there's a lot of blown out proportions when people are like, I want to play D&D, but I want to be, you know, the guy from Predator. It's like, stop. Just stop what you're doing. And then that is just kind of memed into our lexicon that people keep asking for that. I've constantly played with people that want to play gunslingers, and I'm like, I'm going to give you a revolver because I don't want to have to deal with making sure you've reloaded every single round. I think that's stupid. So, and it doesn't break the game. It's fine. I don't know why there's an issue with it. Ball bearings were invented in 1794. There are M's in the player handbooks, but people have issues with guns, which were invented in 1364 because of ammunition. 1364, I think you once again need to specify exactly what a gun is. Like that's the important part of it. Yeah, one of magic missiles, you're done. The one of magic missiles is going to be super good. Theme campaigns is a thing. That's true too. Yeah. Rapiers are very modern. Like, what's modern though? Yeah. So my big argument, I would say, is just that there aren't that many people that have problems with it. I think that is overblown. Adding any kind of modern thing to the game isn't really game breaking because magic is kind of game breaking. You just have to balance it well. And if you're looking for historical realism, then don't have magic, and that's totally fine. Like, that is a legitimate stance to have a very low fantasy game, and then you can complain about like, well, we're technically this level of time frame, so try to pick things that are that. Those are totally cool. There were gun-powdered weapons before that, but they're not what we would call guns. In the 1300s? That surprises me. I would like to see that. I can see guns making sense and that not everyone has ready access to magic. In many settings, it feels to be cheap and effective and easier to use than, say, a bow. Yeah, I think that's fine. Like I said, if you're okay with cannons in your universe, then you should be able to work a musket or a single shot pistol into your game pretty easily. But don't think because a cannon does, 5d12 or whatever, that's what your gun's gonna do. I think I was trying to make it look like he was going to just make the glass vibrate, but it made him look like an alcoholic. Yeah, it's time to party! Jenna had a fire lance, which was basically an underbarreled shotgun with a spear. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of what I was thinking about. But like, I don't consider. I think modern firearms is like 1800s, early 1800s, the late 1800s. So yeah, there's still a big gap of time between modern firearms and the beginning of black powder weapons. But once again, I think all of those are fine. Like I don't. There doesn't really need to be a discrepancy about it. You just need to figure out what it works for your game. Okay, so he's got like some bottles of wine on his belt. I really like when the shard mind are like kind of asymmetrical. I just think that's really fun. Like one big hand, one small hand. My pen got really big somewhere along the way here. Not sure why. Oh, bionic. I feel like this is the epitome of the semantic battle that we're having, right? Technically this exists. It's like, I mean, sure. I just don't understand the need for the argument, right? Has anybody played with someone that was upset that wristwatches existed in their games? This is a legitimate question. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm taking a survey. I've never played with anybody that has said something to the effect of like, that doesn't exist back then. It's like, when's back then? It's a fantasy game, man. Does it make sense in your setting or not? Yes. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry, Bionic. Sorry you had to deal with that. Guess I'm just lucky. If you can have a bow that shoots flaming arrows magically, guns don't matter. Like, nothing else at that point matters. You want to use a handgun? Great. Just roll it like a hand crossbow. Talk to your DM. Maybe they'll give you like an extra d6 of damage. But you probably don't. Probably don't need to. Yeah, that's weird. So having people that adamantly maintain the modern thing, yeah, I don't understand that. That's weird. Why they would be so hurt about it. If they're the DM, like, that's fine. Like, in this setting, I don't want these things. That's a legitimate strategy, like, legitimate thing to say. But because it's kind of the opposite of the rule lawyer, right? It's in the book, so I can do it. It's like, not if it doesn't make sense for the campaign. I don't necessarily think they're bad, but you know, some people don't want dragons in their campaign. I've played a few games like that. Dragons just don't exist. It's like, oh, interesting. Dragons. Okay, we've definitely heard this song before. I'm gonna change the station real quick. Hold on. Consume Prilosec. Definitely sounds like a drug commercial. D&D is safe for work, Middle Ages plus magic? Is that what that means? I'm gonna roll the next one. This one's slowing me down. Here we go. Ooh, I rolled a 1. A female drow bard of glamours with long hair, plays a violin-sized viola. Isn't that just a violin then? That doesn't. Is a viola 4-stringed or 6-stringed? What color are we doing here? Green? Nice. Viola is a bigger violin as far as I'm aware. That's what I thought. So, like, having a violin-sized viola is just a violin. Right? I'm confused. Okay, so it's a different register. Lower strings. Okay. I mean, I think D&D is Middle Ages, but without the horrific torture and death. I mean, it depends on how you're playing D&D, apparently. It's just pitched higher. Okay. Like a bass ukulele. What one? The green one? Oh boy, I can draw some elf girls. Iron Maiden just didn't exist. That's weird. I think 5e is definitely trying to be more, I'm going to say this with a very heavy caveat, trying to be more inclusive and less, not aggressive, but like trying to be more mild. I think that's fine. This is the beauty of tabletop RPGs, is the settings don't have to be the only thing, you know? If you want to play a hard and gritty game, there's nothing stopping you. Nothing stopping you. Let's stop typing horrific torture and death in the chat. That'd be cool. We could change the topic and that'd be great. I have to figure out how to draw a violin. Also, what kind of clothes would a glamour bard be wearing? We've hit spaceships, aliens, and of course wild magic. One of my first campaigns, D&D campaigns, which we were playing Pathfinder. One of my first D&D campaigns was like AD&D, and it was just a random dungeon dive. But like my first big campaign was Pathfinder First Edition. And we got a spaceship made out of a dragon. That was fun. We built a Starjammer. Full period white tie. That could be interesting. Chains of Archon live play series. I didn't watch that either. I should probably check that out. Trying to be more sanitized is a more accurate way of putting it. Everything just seems to be too cheerful for me to believe that they're actually evil in the world. I don't necessarily feel that. I feel like I said, I think sanitized or like they're trying to be more inclusive for younger audiences. They want to make it accessible to people because, like I said, you can always add, you know, like more nitty gritty if you want. A good point about that is like them not wanting to reprint what's it called? Dark Sun? Like Dark Sun was, in my mind, the nitty grittiest you got, right? As kind of just like, how dark can we make this? And they're like, yeah, we're probably not gonna print that again. It still exists. Like you can still go back and play it. Like it doesn't stop existing. It's just a little different. AD&D was pretty gritty and it was really popular with kids. Yep, I played it. They also had to deal with the Satan panic, so, you know, maybe they don't want to do that again. I don't remember what a bass clef looks like. I think it's this. Nope, I'm doing something wrong. Hold on. Which one's this one? Let's go look it up. Oh, it is that one. Okay. Someone just knocked on my door. 1 second. Mascot sounds pretty good. We can do that. All right, what am I missing here? I'm home looking here. Nice. Welcome back. I do want to steer the chat away from being grouchy old men, as I'm prone to be. See if we can find a topic that's a little more. Maybe not. It's not a bad topic, but maybe not so negative. Would be hopeful. The viola. I just realized now one of my friend's dog is named Viola. And I never thought of it as, would I name a cat Fiddle? That could be funny. Bass guitar. Harmonica. Harmonica's a good dog name. Banjo. Banjo's also funny. Okay, poopy sleeves. Probably have her hair back behind the ear. On the side with the... Oh boy, it's been a long time since I've drawn a fiddle. I do not know what 4th century Spanish would be. I need a picture in the Discord. Let's go look it up. I had a friend who played the violin, and he hated it. I always kind of wanted to learn just to see. The hurdy-gurdy. I've been watching Martin from Wintergatan building his marble machine for the last couple of years. I feel like that's kind of what the hurdy-gurdy was. Someone's like, I'm gonna build a thing, and then they built it, and then people were like, that's stupid. And now it's just later people are like, that's so cool. The least D&D thing you've ever played. I don't know. Trying to think. I played a lot of board games. I don't know if I played any other like like I've played some D20 systems, but and I did a one-shot. I think I did a one-shot where we played the raccoon thing. Trash Pandas, is that what it was? I don't remember now. I don't remember. I mean, I used to play Hero Quest back in the day all the time till all my pieces got stolen. I need to buy the remake of those. I love those pieces. We should play Jenga to decide if you succeed. That's funny. Skill based. I might need to draw some more derpy stuff. I feel like I'm struggling with the lines. I need to get loose. Everything feels very sketchy. Mawawa? What's up, cat? I'm pretty sure I've played like one game of Vampire the Apocalypse. I did one session of it. Yeah, I'm glad to like him. Try to make him chill. Things I don't need is more stress in my life. Skip Cat, what's up? You don't get fed for another 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get him some treats. Why? Why must you bother me? Come on. I don't want peace. I want tuna, always. Okay. Hair's too tall. Ooh, I just had an interesting idea. Like, I think the Bright Queen is my favorite depiction of Drow. I just like the idea that Drow had like these massive headdresses and stuff that they wear. Her chin should have been farther forward. Shoot. Rain can be nice. Yeah, I like the rain. I live in Seattle. The rain in Minecraft is very atmospheric. Like, they do a good job of making it feel like it's raining. A lot of games don't do that. A lot of rains just make it. A lot of games tend to just have rain be like visual noise instead of actually kind of changing the atmosphere, which I think Minecraft does that a really good job with their music though, so it might be more music related than rain related. Oh, dang it. If you're playing the violin, your elbow would be up, not down. Dang it! I don't know why this one's bothering me. Like, this one I want to get right, and it could be because I know stuff about the violin, so like my brain is like, no, that's wrong. Do it different. What's up, Skip Cat? You just need attention?
You need attention? Want to go outside? Oh, it's so stretch. Oh, girl. Oh, stretch. Oh, okay.
What's up? Yeah, it's just like staring at me like I'm supposed to do something for him. Can I put you outside? Why don't you go outside? Come on. No?
Just one more tuna fish.
No, it's not time for more tuna fish, you cat.
You're a butt. You're a butt.
I just want more treats. More treats. Get some pleats in here. The detailing on the girdle back. Little thatching in there. I think we're gonna call this one because I'm just gonna keep fiddling with it forever. All right, we're gonna call that one there. All right, more dice. 11. There's no fiddle, only violin. A Knoll warlock witch, that has made a pact with a powerful siren. Ooh, boy, that's neat. What color are we working on this time? Blue. We can do blue. Do. All right, best fighter subclass, go. Aroo! feel like I've drawn Scooby-Doo on accident. Why all the gnolls lately? I mean, this is the first one I think I've drawn in a while. Did we draw some last week? I don't know if I've drawn any gnolls. Lots of musicians today, apparently. Lots of bards. I guess this is a warlock that wants to sing, though. Battle Master. What was the Rune Knight? How did the Rune Knight work? I always pick Eldritch Knight. I like having a little bit of magic. I wonder how many Knoll commissions I've done. It's a non-zero number for sure. I've done 2 or 3. Fighters should be tacticians by default, but 5e is a subclass, so whatever. Yeah, I agree. Always a thing you can do, Oliver. Are there other PC canid races besides gnolls and wolf shifters? Not in D&D. There is the Shuni in Pathfinder, which are pugs. I want to say they're pugs. Then you have the Kitsune, which are foxes, so not technically dogs. What was it? There was a... I think the thing I keep hearing, which is probably just like an urban legend, is they don't want to put a dog race in because you're not allowed to attack dogs. Like, you can't kick dogs. So people would be upset. But like, there's enough wolf races that I think that's a moot point. Giant magic, make yourself large size. Yeah. Yeah, Oliver, I mean, you can call around to some of your blacksmith, local blacksmitheries, and see if any of them take internships, or you can try to see if they have classes. Local colleges usually will have stuff like that as well. I knew some guys that would let you use their forge if you hung around and cleaned up their shop for them and stuff. I know a lot of friends that would do that. Kind of like pseudo interning, because they would just go there and volunteer, and then they would teach them stuff, have them help. That was for like a Renaissance fair, though. Second edition has many? Hit me. Oh, the lupine. Okay. I want Eldritch Knight and Arcane Archer to be better, but they're unlikely to change anytime soon. Yeah, I don't think that 5e is gonna necessarily try to adapt those. I would maybe for 5e they will, or whatever the hell they're calling the new thing. Yeah, Arcane Archer would be really, really fun. I would love more Archer-based fighter builds, but they could also just make Ranger different too. Farriers? Ooh, I've not heard of the Farriers. I have a really cool book here that I got called The Savage Species, which is for, I think, 3rd edition. They have some pretty cool templates, and it basically describes like the use of templates for monster races and stuff, which is pretty great. So yeah, I love the template system, and really you can do a lot with them for werewolves specifically. I think I've talked about that ad nauseum in a lot of my videos. I mean, well, they're not doing it just out of the kindness of their heart. They want work. Like, so, I mean, that's a thing. So sometimes people will take you on for free, but most of the time, either you're doing work for them to learn, or you're paying them. So, but yeah, internships are great if they're treating you well, because there are some that also just like free internship, do work for us, and you learn nothing. It's like, well, that sucks. Eldritch Knight is one of the best fairs. I think so. Yeah, the Ren fairs are a great place to ask. You disagree? Cosmic, what do you disagree with? Why do you think so? The options for lycanthropes? Or are you talking to Oliver? Eldritch Knight. Okay, you disagree. Why do you think so? Eldritch Knight has a little more flexibility in when you're building the class, in my mind, versus like the Battlemaster. I still think that like the superiority dice should just be something that all of the fighters get. It's just kind of silly that they don't. But I enjoy Eldritch Knight. Being able to fling fire at somebody. If you really want to use like a sword or have magical items, I feel like you should be proficient with them, and that's what I think the Eldritch Knight kind of brings to the table. Having access to cantrips can be very, very useful. Oh, that guy's really high up in the air. I guess I'll just wait. It's like, oh, I cast Jump on myself. Now I'm gonna go wreck that guy. Bladesinger does it better. I like heavy weapons, so maybe that's the difference. I almost always use heavy weapons with fighters. Heavy weapons or shields. Those are kind of my two go-tos. Okay, this is a siren. Siren-based. Trying to make them look as metal as possible. Give them like squiggly hair. Western Justice, hello, hello. Yeah, cantrip extra attack is really good. Man, I'm on drawing 8 with Justice, so you'd have to go back and look. I don't know. Right now I'm drawing a Knoll. Knoll Siren Warlock, I think. If you get more from taking martial adept feat, yeah. I mean, like that's kind of the thing. I think all fighters should have a baseline use of it. It feels a little bit like bardic inspiration at some points, and I think bards having that is really cool. But I kind of feel like that's just a good mechanic in general, even like away from D&D. So you could do a lot with that. It did something similar with like the monks still have key points, but in Pathfinder there's a lot you can do with them. And so I think that's a good way to build classes of just like, here's the thing that you get to use, here's some things, and that's kind of 4th edition was maybe I'm rambling a little bit, but like fighter feels really kind of underwhelming until you get higher up and get a lot of stuff. But like the fighter thing you get at level 11 feels stupid to me. Like it just doesn't feel like a good upgrade. It's like, oh yeah, you can re-roll something one more time. It's like, I get that it's powerful, but it's not interesting. So giving fighters really cool abilities, I think, is kind of what's missing. I usually go the cantrip route, but like going the Battlemaster route is really good. It's a good way to make the fighter feel better. So I think that should be kind of its baseline. And that goes for all the different classes. Having something that lets you pay or go for something is a lot of fun versus just having... I'm arguing for everyone should have some spell slots. And I think Pathfinder 2nd edition does a good job with that, with like focus points. I like that kind of stuff. Having resources is fun. Metal claw covers. You can do that. Those weird like finger gauntlets you buy at Hot Topic. Tim Boy said finger gauntlets. They're finger gauntlets. I would be surprised if they sell thimbles at Hot Topic. They might. Maybe ironically. I hate the idea of everyone being a caster and more spell abilities that I shouldn't cram 9% cool mechanics and spells. I mean, that's the argument for 4th edition being garbage. So you're definitely not alone in that. But that's also like that's so I agree with that to the point of things shouldn't have to be spells and shouldn't have to be spell slots, which is why I really like the superiority dice or the key points. It's like, here's the list of things you can do with these resources. Do that. And it's like, yeah. They don't always have to be spells. I'm not a big fan of that. Of the I like fist weapons on characters. So like having the giant claws, always just like, I hated that. The design aspect of it. It's like, what if my character had Mickey Mouse hands? It's like, I really like just like maybe spiked gloves or like even like the things with the like the punch daggers. I'm not a big fan of those either. If I want to make a brawler, I just want them to hit real hard with their fists. Like, I want them to not have a weapon. Just like, bam, bam, bam. But according to every video game I've ever played, no one else agrees with me on that. Okay. Bulbous spiky elbow. I got invited to a baseball game this weekend and I declined it. Now I feel bad that I declined it. I'm like, oh, people want to hang out with me, but I don't want to watch a baseball game. I don't know if I should feel bad about that. Join my game, we punch. I once almost beat a guy to death with my helmet in a game. That was interesting. Armor fighting is fun. Makes the game more dynamic. I've enjoyed many different art styles, just made sense to me in my head. The claws of something like a werewolf having overly developed claws and hands, I guess. Yeah, like I'll draw big hands when I do werewolves. Like long arms, big hands. But like, the thing I'm talking about specifically is like World of Warcraft. Because all the weapons are oversized. So you got a guy's like, I'm a monk, I'm gonna punch stuff, and then they've got like this. It's like they're basically walking around with, I don't know, like bowling balls. Any weapon that's bigger than a bowling ball shouldn't be a fist weapon. Like, that's just silly. I like smaller weapons. I like hand wraps. So in a lot of the games I play, like in Elden Ring and stuff, or what's another Diablo, I'll try to like hide the weapons. I think I might have done that in Final Fantasy. Same thing for my pugilist. I just hide the weapons completely. What would your opinion be on a gelatinous cube attacking a plasmoid, or would it leave them alone? I mean, I always think of them as like giant amoebas, so they would probably try to eat each other. Like if you had a bunch of different kinds in a room, they would try to eat each other. But if you had like a colony of the same, they would either merge together into a bigger one, or which I guess is the same as eating them. So yeah, or they just have a colony. If they don't actually blend together, then I think they wouldn't eat each other. They would just kind of compete. I need to drink more water. Because yeah, I think a lot of oozes are mindless, right? So they basically like only want to go after things that are not them. And so I would have a hard time saying that an ooze could distinguish other oozes. But if it doesn't look like their prey or act like their prey, then they'd probably just leave it alone. They're more reactionary than anything else. So unless another ooze like quickly lurches by, they're just gonna not care. Alright, I think I'm done with this bad boy. A little bit of armor. A little bit of screamy hair. I kind of want this mark to go all over them. It's like a lightning burn or tattoo. Maybe a hand would have been better. Just like a seared handprint. Maybe we can still do that. Like the siren grabbed them. It just kind of branches out. I like that. Yeah, I think convincing is a is the thing I wouldn't allow, right? Because like I would argue that yeah, you could just play a plasmoid, and then if you defeat the ooze, you could just eat it, eat it, absorb it, and then be bigger. That'd be totally fine with that. But like they're mindless. They're not supposed to be. You can't convince them just by like, hey, you want to join me? Like, yeah. It's I'm gonna eat you. Hey, let's talk. It's like, I'm just gonna eat you. So you gotta eat them first. Battle of wills. Battles of wills and the tum-tums. I like the concept though, yeah. Eating oozes to be bigger oozes. That would be fun. Alright, here we go. Oogie. Purple. A flesh-warped ASMR alchemist. Okay. 1 second, we're back. Okay. I had a plan to make the gelatinous cube not attack me as long as it didn't attack it. Speaking the language of gelatinous, it's all jiggles are more like sign language. Yeah, that was my. So this is my problem with the Jubilix, right? Like the sentient oozes. I guess it's the same argument for like the sentient skeletons. It's like if the undead are just like people but undead, then who cares? So if the oozes are just like people but oozes, who cares? Like I like them being mindless blobs that you have to avoid. Like they're basically living traps, and that I like the idea that wizards capture them and use them as garbage disposals, at the detriment of them probably getting killed by it eventually. Like, yeah. Okay, flesh wart. Flesh warped. Something or other. Alchemist. Oh no, what was the color? Purple. I need a good alchemist costume. What kind of clothes would an alchemist wear? A lab coat? Do a lab coat. Apron's good. I was gonna do lots of eyes, but I kind of want to do like a goat horn instead. I feel is very. It could just be because of the flesh warped concepts I see. Ooh, goggles. I forgot about goggles. What about no mouth? That'd be creepy. Eyes along the horn could be cool. Oof. Nose is starting to bother me again. I should probably go take an allergy pill. Should be Clayface. I really like the changelings as like just horrible monsters. Not oozes. Like that's the Jubilex thing again, right? Like I like him as the idea that the changelings are either A, super fey in nature, or B, monsters that can turn into people so that they can eat them. The flesh warped are supposed to be warped into something, correct? Like they're supposed to be like the Driders or spider flesh warped into spider parts. Are there flesh warped that are just like grotesquely disfigured for no reason? Like not into something, just kind of messed up. The flesh warp the Simic hybrids for 2E? Kind of, yeah. I think those are... They're... The Simic are essentially a Magic the Gathering race that flesh warp. That's the easiest way to describe it. It's a very specific race. Give it different eyes like the cat. But then it wouldn't have goat eyes. And I like goat eyes. What's the poll for? Megan, hello. So essentially, after I'm done with this one, I'll roll the dice again and I'll draw it in whatever color the poll says. Poll is just defining the color of my pen for the next drawing. Oh yeah, they're trying to forcefully evolve everything. I forgot about that. Just to add extra eyes. There is a Pathfinder 2nd edition. There's a mutagen that the alchemist can make. I'm trying to remember what it's called. But essentially what it does, it gives you fast healing, so you regenerate. But basically it makes your skin just start to slough off, like you just constantly shed your own skin. It's pretty gnarly sounding. But I like using it because it makes you a little tankier. Yeah, Cosmic, that's the Fae model, right? Like the Fae either replace a child that dies or kidnaps that children and then raises them elsewhere and then replaces them with a baby Fae creature. Actually, I don't know if that Fae has to be a baby though. I think they look like a baby, but they could be a really old grouchy Fae just trying to be pampered, you know? Sounds gross. Just wanted more eyes. Here we go. More eyeballs. Kind of like making characters that are cursed to be another race, especially that the flesh rate. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, the Warforged is kind of interesting because they are robots that were given souls, essentially. I mean, that's a very oversimplification of it, but I also like the idea that people can be turned into Warforged, RoboCop style. I think that's fun because then you can start with like a racial background and then change it to the construct, that's why the templates are great, because that's definitely something that has been done in older editions. Created a goat Galoma. I'm not super in love with this idea. You know what goats need? Tentacles. Let's draw some tentacles. Sorry about my sniffling. Allergies are kicking my ass today for some reason. Probably because I did yard work yesterday. They were kicking my ass yesterday, but I think my allergy medicine's worn off. Okay, what if we do like two big ones down here that are eyeballs? Then I'll leave this up. I'm gonna go take some allergy medication and then we'll draw the next one. Bloop. Pretty weird. I did a relatively normal face though, so maybe I should make this a little weird. Spines. Chin tentacles. I didn't really make them an alchemist though, I just made them a weird monster. Yeah, I don't know how I would add a lab coat at this point. Tentacle holding a potion. I guess so. Just a random potion over here. This is my job to hold the potion. That's how tentacles talk, I don't know why. Okay, hold on a second. I'll be right back, everybody. Hang tight. Okay. Baby rib. All right. Let's roll some dice. Bruno Heartstrong, human fighter who's half fae and a strong man in a circus. All right. Half fae, beefy boy. What color do we got going on here? A green. I think this might be the last one. It is already 2 o'clock. We could probably go a little long today, so let's see how I feel. Human fighter strongman, huh? Should we give him the mustache? I feel like he needs the mustache if we're gonna do that. All strongmen need mustache. Should give him little baby legs. Baby legs and Popeye arms. Can I put my character here? Yeah, so the rules are essentially, you just put it in chat here, but it's just race and class. Try to keep it about a sentence, and then no mimics. So I do the half fae part though. Maybe his mustache is like rainbow colored. I don't know. I was just gonna make him have a whole bunch of weird fae tattoos. But I guess you're right. I should probably think a little more about that. Should I give him a beard or just the mustache? Maybe his chest hair is a swirl. That's fae-like, right? Make him a very square head. Dang it. Sure this is doing it. Okay. How do we make him more fey? Okay, hear me out. What book were you reading? Sounds like Faye. Oh, wait, did I miss something? In Stardust, the main protagonist is half Fae and described as having heterochromia, but one cat eye and 1.5 like ear, elf-like ear. Interesting. I am disillusioned by heterochromia. I've known a few dogs that have had it, which is really cool. But like in the last couple, maybe 2 years, it's just, I feel like it's overused for fantasy characters. Maybe Stardust is why, I'm not sure. This is older than that though. But I did a handful of commissions that all wanted it, and I was just like, why is everybody asking for this now? It's very strange. I never really found out a reason for it. Because it's a thing that real people have. Like, I wasn't sure why it became so popular. Became in vogue for a while. Half blue eye, that's interesting. The blurb, yeah, okay, I can do that. He's gonna look like the Tick. What do you call yourself, the Tick? Ticks suck blood. I'll suck all your blood out through the straw right now. I love the Tick. It's such a silly cartoon. The show is just as ridiculous, but for the black eyes, I know kids when they're in school. Oh, interesting. They didn't include heterochroma in the movie Stardust. I know Critical Role Season 2, Ashley Johnson's character has it, yeah. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was, because like, everybody also had the, I really liked the Live Tattoo. Yasha was a good character design. I really like Yasha's character design. Maybe that was it. It was funny to give him tiny legs. I don't think I'm just gonna stop at the belt. Maybe we'll give him big old beefy boy legs. It won't accentuate the package because YouTube will yell at me, but Yep, this is what I needed. This is what I needed to draw right now. Get my brain back in it. I don't know what I've done. Golf Barb for the win. Yeah, exactly. Not a fan of it, but I won't mock people. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, like it's a real condition, and that's always something. Like when something becomes like very popular for people to put on D&D characters, it's like I'm fine if it's something very fantasy oriented, like I want a horn. It's like great, cool. But when it's something that like I don't want to say it's a medical condition, but something that real people can have, like I want to make sure it's not just being fetishized. That's my only real worry about it, but I'll still draw it if people want, as long as they're not being weird about it. The eye thing is very specifically like not really that kind of issue, but lots of RP, very high stake combat. I like a lot of my Critical Role fans I've met. That's a sentence that I don't understand. Critical is very much the debatable school D&D. Yeah. Looks like Brahm got invited to a Halloween party and tried to be the tick. That's that. Yep, I agree. That is exactly what this looks like. Or he went to a pool party. What's so funny? Why is everybody looking at my head? Give him a skull. Skull belt. Give him a door shield. I would love to play a game where the D&D is a challenge between the DM and the player's knowledge. Contest of wits using mechanics. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. But I know people that do it. Like they very much like that. And I think that's a good way to introduce something like Tomb of Annihilation. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna try to kill your characters. And you guys can survive by any means necessary as long as it follows the rules as written, right? And that's kind of what everyone has to agree upon, is that like you have to say like if it's not in the book, you cannot do it. Because then, or the other option is that you have a third or a second DM. I've also seen this done where the DM is playing, the players are playing, and then a third person is moderating. That's how we had to do a PvP match, just to make sure that it was fair, which is fun. I think I'm done with this big boy. Okay, yeah. Let's do more. I think we can do more. I hate the DM versus player mentality, like a story, but I hate it when DMs create the story just to kill PCs. Yeah, I agree. That's my big thing. It's like the whole, for me, the way I enjoy playing D&D is that it's a community story. So I don't write the stories super far out. I usually write the next campaign and for that session, and then have the projection of what I think is going to happen, and then those projections can change based on what the players do. So I'm a little slower when it comes to writing them because I don't have everything written down, but I enjoy that. That's the way I enjoy playing the game. A Themfier Mercy Monk, Order Cleric, bare-handed with messy red hair, wearing Roman Catholic style robes. All right, I can do that. It's a battle priest. A vampire battle priest. For some reason, I really want, maybe it's because of Constantine, but I really want, really want John Wick to be like Agent 47. Like, that's really what I want John Wick to be. So I want to see Keanu Reeves just being like somewhere between Constantine and Agent 47. That's what I think. I need to go watch the John Wick movies, but I haven't seen them, and so that's where my brain goes every time. Keanu Reeves in like a priest outfit, just shooting people. I will add it to the list, Megan. Yellow, Dragonborn, multi-class, Artificer, Phoenix. You can Druid shape into a Phoenix? That's awesome. Okay, it's on the list. Cosmic, the Dice God are with you. Maybe that's what I should do, just to insult everybody I grew up with. I should change Rook's outfit from a cleric habit to a actual priest habit. It's pretty close. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty close already, but like, I could just really lean into it. My family wanted me to be a priest when I was a kid. And boy, did I show them. Womp womp. The existence of a yellow dragonborn would imply yellow dragons. What do they breathe? Hallucinations? Ooh, that's a good question. They just added new dragons. Did they not add a yellow dragon? Maybe that's Pathfinder. How big is the list right now? We have 18 remaining. And once again, this will be extended over to Friday, so if I'm not going to finish it up today for sure, but we'll probably do 2 more, maybe 1 or 2 more. And then the rest will just go to Friday. I thought about being a vampire hunter when I was younger. That was fun. Yellow dragons are a thing. Further than before, Dungeon Dad has a great video covering monsters of D&D's past. Oh, okay. I don't know what yellow would be. Sand? Sand breath? Vaya con Dios. That's funny. Fear breath? That's pretty funny. Still want sorcerers to not be bound by small lists of chromatic and metallic to make them more a wild card. Do it. What's the meme? Do it, coward. I have in the past, Jump Rope was playing a Blood Rager Dragon Disciple. So what I did is I had her pick one, and then her character got killed and revived. But because of the death, I switched it to an Umbral Dragon, which was really cool. And then what I did for the campaign over the arc of it was I let her essentially collect scales from dragons, and then she could, as a special action per turn, switch the color of her scale. So chromatic, just made it like I just made her a chromatic dragon, not in the chromatic metallic sense, but just like spatially picked. That was really fun. I really liked that. I might still try to continue that storyline. It would be lightning. I'm not sure how fear breath would work. So it seems like everybody says there are yellow dragons, and we don't know what they are, so I'm gonna look it up. Yellow dragons are a species of forgotten... Oh, this is fandom. This is not... Yeah, they were desert dragons. Okay. I think they have a sand breath. 2E alignment, hot, desert. Salt dragons. There you go. Salt fly. That's pretty neat. Also known as salt dragons. Yellow dragons and brass dragons share similar habitats, though often come into conflict. There you go. But the salt is flammable? I mean, everything's flammable. This is supposed to be a Dampier. How can I show that? Darker eyes? Yeah. Maybe a little pointier ears. A little bit pointier. He needs the fangs. Still like the idea of the desert sand dragon, Rook. You should draw one someday. I mean, that was one of the first things I remember fighting. Like, the first dragons I ever fought was a sand dragon. So I don't know what my DM was doing, but it was fun. The desert drake, apparently, is what I fought. Sandstorm breath. Pretty awesome. I'd probably be changeling because I've never made up my mind. Yeah, Western Justice, that's not a good reason to play a changeling, I would argue. That is one of my biggest pet peeves with changeling. Picking a changeling. Because changelings should be very meticulous about what they are, and not for a lack of choice. But that's just my opinion. If you're more comfortable playing a changeling, play a changeling. That's totally fine. But that's one of my big pet peeves. So I would steer you away from that. If you're indecisive, I would say try something. And then if you don't like it, there's nothing wrong with changing. Like, I've let people switch classes, switch races. I think that's totally fine. Have multiple characters. But if you're picking a changeling just as a way out of having to choose one, I would highly suggest choosing one. Just playing it out, seeing what happens. Humans are born. I like humans. Humans are great. Humans are hyper customizable, which is awesome. Ah, got it. Shapeshifter could be fun. too many implications for being a Warforged in real life. Why is that? Just because you'd be the only robot? Or people wouldn't care because you're a robot? Iron Giant. Time is it? It's 2:30. I think I'm about to call it here. Bap, bap, bap. So for those of you who didn't get your stuff drawn on today, I'll keep the list up, and then on Friday we'll do another live stream. We'll see if we can finish it off. Really good character suggestions today, though. One more. I don't know if I want to do one more. Hype train. Can't do hype trains on. What's the subathon thing? Every time we get a new one, we go for 10 more minutes. No, that's a good way to get sick. My allergy medicine is kicking in. It's making my brain fuzzy. Where are we at? Where are we at? I'm gonna do one more. We'll do one more, and then we'll call it. We'll do one more. An old satyr knight who's got one good fight left in him. Old satyr, huh? Ugh. Hold on, I gotta go blow my nose. This is driving me crazy. Be right back. Yeah. So we have the old satyr. That's a good story, Cosmic. I like that. gonna give him really, really big horns. See you later, Oliver. I really like the Mr. Tomness, like large scarf cloak thing on satyrs. I think it looks really cool. Like, they don't want to wear clothes, but they gotta cover up with something. Undead warlock whose dad is a vampire. That's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm channeling my inner druid here. Maybe I'll make these ones real big. I guess goat horns don't get thicker, they just get longer. Like that satyrs choose a single article of clothing to wear for their life. That's cool. I like that. Scarves look good on non-humans. It's just so simple. Like, it's just like it adds so much to like frame the face. Low effort clothing is what I would call it. Oops, that's not how arms work. That's not how arms work either. What have I done? What's happening here? Definitely tired. That's better. Satyr barbarian who only wears scarf sounds cool. Yeah. Do fake care about nudity? No, I don't think so. Wizard Justice, yeah. What's the guy, the weird guy with the eyes from My Hero Academia? I like his design. He's an edgelord, but I like his design. When have I ever been off-put by an edgelord, I guess? Sparta! Yeah. Aizma? Oh, Eraserhead sounds right. That's what I was thinking.
Oh boy. Allergies.
If people are interested, YouTube members do get access to all the tokens I made last week, so you can get like the Bloopy token and the other ones. They're all available on the Discord. If you are a YouTube member and you would like to get access to those and you don't have access to those, please let me know in the Discord and I'll give you access to that. Still trying to figure out the best stuff that people would like to see, whether that's just more stickers or coloring pages or whatnot. So if people are looking for something specific, whether it's more tokens or I just made a whole bunch of new floor tiles for virtual tabletops. I'll put those up on Etsy here in a bit. But I'll also give those out to the YouTube members and the Patreon members as well. So if there's something you'd like to see for those as rewards, let me know. Let me know.
Blah, can't breathe.
Got the sniffles. Superhero D&D art? Like what genre? Just like fan art? I could probably do some Spider-Man. So many Spider-Man things out right now. Give him some scars. Any even custom D&D characters? I mean, that's what I commissioned those, so. Any even custom D&D characters? I don't know what that means. Like, you want a Patreon reward for a commission, or I don't fully understand what you mean by that. Or tokens of them, because like whenever I do a commission, I have all the tokens of those. I usually give those out to the Patreon members. Yeah, I really want to see the new Spider-Man movie. I might try to see that this weekend or something. You have some family coming into town, so we'll see what we end up actually doing. Baseball. Tabaxi as a spider cat would be funny. Gotcha. Spider D&D. Detailed full-color drawings of their D&D characters would be something wanted. Yeah, so that's the commissions are. So if people want that, there's a Patreon tier that gets you a monthly D&D character drawing. Mutants and Mastermind characters by fans. Oh, so you want to do like a superhero stream? We could do something like that. That could be interesting. We did, what did we do the last time? I don't remember what we did. We did something that was not D&D. We did a cyberpunk. That was the other one. We did a cyberpunk stream. So that's something we can do. Okay. I think we're done. I think that's it. A little goat man. Let's see if there's anyone around. Anyone around for a redirect? Looks like OKSDM is gonna hop on in a while, so I'm probably just gonna send everybody over there. Oh, July 1st? That's not for 3 days. Okay, never mind. That's all I got for today then. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. I had a lot of fun. Good characters. We will finish it up on Friday, hopefully. The only set I've ever seen made basically Negan? I don't know what that means. Oh, basically. Oh, gotcha. When you've ever made. I understand. Yeah. Regular show. Oh, regular or to grow your channel in commissions. That's true. Yeah, I could do that. We could do like, I really want to do like a Final Fantasy day. That would be really fun. Just drawing Final Fantasy art. Or superheroes would be interesting. We could do a whole like Spider-Man concept. That'd be fun. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for all the chat. I appreciate it. Make sure you're a member of the Discord. Jump in there so you can keep tabs on everything else. Go thumbs up and comment on your favorite video. That's all I got. That's all I got. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch y'all next Friday. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Insert do a meme here. Yeah. What it feels like. Bye, everyone.